Welcome to the Dirty Sports Podcast.
Welcome to the Dirty Sports Podcast. I am Andy Ruther, coming to you live from the Smut Studio with my co-host, Joey No Chill Prano.
You were really excited to say that, weren't you, Andy?
You know what? I realized...
I've been planning that for a while, but you kept forgetting to say it every show.
I planned it today. It hit me. I go, I'm going to say Smut Studio. This is a new age in dirty sports.
This is the excitement in your life, huh? This is where you're at? You're like, write a reminder. Siri, Alexa, both of you guys, remind me. Say Smut Studio tonight.
No, I didn't have to write a reminder. I just remembered.
And,
Bro, that's my Alexa in the bathroom.
Alexa is listening.
Yo, Alexa, shut the fuck up.
See? Basically, Alexa's just like Trevor. See how I talk to her and she responds? You talk to her all angry and nasty, and she's like, fuck you. I'm not even going to fucking say some shit back.
Well, good. She didn't say anything back.
Yeah.
But how creepy is that she's talking in my bathroom?
That was creepy.
I was talking to somebody the other day that
I had
said...
to turn off my Hey Siri because I don't want Siri listening to me.
Well, somebody was telling me the other day their Alexa, their Echo, started talking to her. And she goes, it was creeping me out, man, because I didn't say anything at all.
Yeah, there's lots of movies about this. When the robots take over.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's happening.
100%.
Yeah, Facebook's listening to everything you're saying.
Yeah.
Taking notes, telling Alexa. Alexa's telling Siri. It's a web of deceit going on, the robots.
Now, if you listen to the Dent Report, we've actually covered this in length.
Yeah, I haven't, so
Oh!
I'll have to get Alexa to recap me.
Shots fired.
I listened to a couple episodes. I think the last one I listened to was one where you were begging to say the N-word, and I was like, I can't do this anymore.
I was not. Again, the things that you put out there. Jesus Christ, Prano. It's like you're trying to ruin me. You're trying to ruin dirty sports. I was not begging to say the N-word. I mean, again, holy shit.
That's just a recap. That's a brief recap of the episode.
Dear God, man. Are you trying to, not let me ever have another gig outside of dirty sports?
I think if anybody listened to the episode, they would. That would basically be the description.
No, they would say that Ruther put a hypothetical to a black man about if white kids are at a rap concert and Ice Cube, for example, is rapping, are they not allowed to say his lyrics? That's completely different than you saying Ruther's begging to say the N-word. That's all I'm saying, bro. See, you agree with me. That's why you're not saying anything.
No, I almost... forget it.
But we have big news tonight.
Yeah, what's the big news?
The first big news is we have our first ever live dirtball in the Smut Studio.
Yeah, it's great. Brant's here. Brant, you're visiting from where again?
Ann Arbor, Michigan.
He's visiting from Michigan. Brant came from Michigan. He made a donation to the Thust Fund to be here, and he brought beers. So basically, he's just like Trevor, except he paid to be here too.
But nothing has messed up technically.
Not yet.
So he's better than Trevor.
Yeah, not yet.
So Brant, you sent a DM. You slid into our DMs tonight, and you basically
this was like a Cinderella story.
Yeah,
like he got here and he's like, I'm from Michigan. I was like, I don't understand what happened. Does not compute.
So basically, you were asking her next time we were recording, and I said in an hour, and here he is about 90 minutes later in the Smut Studio. Now you have to say to our listeners, to give me some credit, it's not nearly as bad as Prano portrays it, correct?
No, the Smut Shack's the Smut Studio, sorry. So, it's actually really nice. Well, I'm from Michigan, though, so, I mean, my standards are probably kind of pretty low.
Also, you got to remember, you've been listening to me shit on it for years. The walls used to be like malaria yellow, and there used to be a green couch here that was covered in AIDS.
And I used to have one of those, too.
Yeah. So... there's been a lot of changes in the Smut Studio.
Well,
it went from the Smut Shack to the Smut Studio.
Now, before we get to the sports, I have to say Prano did talk about an idea before the show as far as future dirtballs, if they want to pay to come see us live. Prano suggested that they should get to watch the show from my bed.
Well, yeah, because he's basically sitting on a bar stool next to your bed. That bar stool, I mean, doesn't look that comfortable. I mean, no bar stools are, honestly. And he could just be laying on your bed. $5 bonus.
No, it's got to be more than $5.
It's got to be. It's like upgrading to business class.
Yeah, hold on. It's got to be more than $5 to lay on my bed.
It's like, this is Coach on the bed, business class. In the bed is first class.
I mean, look, Brant seems like a perfectly nice Midwestern guy, but I don't know where he's been. I mean, the fact that if he's going to lay in my bed, and I'm just saying, I want more than $5.
I'm kind of sweaty. I ran quite a way to get here, so
I just can't wait for some of the creepier dirt balls paying. Like Matt Pedotti's just going to be in your bed smelling your pillows for 90 minutes.
He would probably pay to wear your underwear.
Yeah.
Like you know how like girls will do that?
We'll never know. He doesn't listen to this.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. Well, we're glad to have Brant here.
Yeah.
And again, Dirtballs, if you want to watch us live, do exactly what Brant did. Just slide into the DMs.
Yeah.
Offer a monetary fee, and maybe we can make it happen.
And bring beers like Brant.
Yeah. So we should start with the Masters, and I'll say this.
Oh, yeah. We have to start with the Masters. Tiger Woods finished tied for 32nd. I think he was +1. I think the leader was like 15 under. So he was only off by 16 strokes. That's like 4 strokes a day. That's not too bad. And that's it. That's all we really have to talk about with the Masters.
Well, here's what I want to say. Patrick Reed won. Patrick Reed was also the name of a kid in my fraternity in college, and I never knew that he would go on to become a...
I mean, what are the chances it was the same guy?
Dude, you know what's funny? It's funny you say that.
Google it?
It's funny you say that because I'm not lying. They somewhat look alike.
Did Patrick Reed play golf at St. Louis University?
No, he was 2 years younger than me in my fraternity. He played guitar, and he had one of those giant...
Unrelated.
He had one of those giant cocaine fingers.
Yeah, for picking the guitar.
For picking the guitar.
Yeah, they're not Coke fingers when they're serving a purpose. He had one of those big Coke fingers that it worked out that he had a cocaine problem because he also used it to strum his guitar.
I literally hadn't thought about him since I saw that Patrick Reed won the Masters. And then you look at the guy, dad bod. He could have been him.
Coke finger.
But we didn't watch any of it because we were busy playing beach volleyball today.
We were playing beach volleyball. I didn't watch any of it yesterday or the day before either. Yeah, there's so much sports on right now.
Yeah.
You got baseball, opening couple weeks of baseball. We got the NBA winding down. Hockey making a push toward the playoffs. We have a call with Alexis coming up to talk more about hockey. Like, who's got time to watch a bunch of fucking golfers?
Yeah. In fact, I was mad. We had some guys say they didn't want to play beach volleyball today to watch the Masters.
Meanwhile, didn't the guy who won? Well, he won by a stroke, right, over McIlroy. But
no, I think he beat somebody else.
Okay,
who cares?
Doesn't matter.
We don't give a shit.
The point is, as far as I know, Tiger finished 16 strokes out, and that's all anybody cares about, according to Twitter and the fucking just the score ticker. They're like, here's the guy who's in first, here's the guy who's in second, here's the guy who's in 38th.
But what does that say about the state of golf?
That I don't know.
It does say a lot though, doesn't it?
I have no idea. I have no idea what the state of golf is.
No, but my point is, if a guy who's not winning and who has not won for some long period of time,
that has nothing to do with the state of golf. That has more to do with the state of capitalism and how people get brainwashed by Nike and Buick and Tag Heuer and.
I think that still has something to do with the state of golf.
Okay. I mean, there's still people out there on the internet arguing that the Hanes, Nike Gatorade guy is better than LeBron James, who's urinating daily on his every record.
Oh, my God. Jesus Christ.
I'm just saying. It's basically the same thing.
I mean, you won't even say Michael Jordan's name.
At this point, no.
The level of disrespect from you,
He's the
Brano.
Hanes Hitler mustache guy.
The level of disrespect. It's Michael Jordan. That's kind of blasphemous.
Yeah. I'm okay with that.
When you lie in bed at night, do you pull up your phone and just look at people defending Michael over LeBron?
It's always something. It's always something like Michael Jordan shouldn't come up every day, but everybody has to bring him up. Like, we have a great player. When I don't know anything about hockey or anything about golf, but like I imagine that people aren't like, Crosby, you faggot, you'll never beat Gretzky. I'm like, is this what's happening on like golf or like hockey blogs all day and like hockey Twitter?
I mean, I've seen enough that they call Crosby a pussy.
Right.
Like that's what I've seen.
But it's like no one can just let people be great. They have to like shame him.
Why is that though?
I have no idea.
Because I think that's a legitimately.
I think it's ad brainwashing.
But I think that's a legitimately good point that we can't appreciate people's greatness. Because I felt like growing up, you could appreciate Jordan and Magic Johnson and Larry Bird and like you could appreciate all those different players who played on different teams who were competitors. But now it's you either have to like somebody or you have to hate them.
Yeah, I don't get it.
It's social media.
I like the NBA is in a great spot right now. I love the NBA because I root for like almost all of their stars. Like I just think all of these guys are so fun to watch that like I'm not rooting really against anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, besides like, the Celtics, and we should go right into this with Kyrie getting hurt, but like I hate Boston as a New Yorker, but also like Kyrie, I've always said like I thought that was a dumb decision on his part. And look, it's tough. You wanted to run your own team. You wanted to be the guy. That takes its toll.
Yeah. So, do you think this could have been? But the thing about Kyrie is interesting because they said his knee injury problem could have been something that went on with the Cavs, and the Cavs might have known.
Well, they were saying that the Cavs Kyrie talks were trade me or I'm gonna have my knee.
That's
surgery.
Right.
And don't trade me, trade me or I'm going to have my knee surgery. Or that, yeah. So
gotcha.
If you do trade me, you'll get something for me. And if you don't, I'm going to have knee surgery and you're going to lose me this year. The last year would have LeBron anyway. So again, kind of a dick move.
Yeah. So right now, they're basically locked in. The playoffs are almost here, obviously.
Yep.
The Celtics are locked into a 2.
Mm-hmm.
Where does this put them come playoff time?
Well, they still have Brad Stevens, who's a fantastic coach. They have a great roster. Obviously, Hayward also hurt since the beginning of the season, since 3 minutes into the season.
You see his dog towards his ACL? Or
Who? Gordon Hayward's?
Yeah, too.
I did not see that.
Yeah.
Do you follow NBA dog Twitter?
This is what I'm talking about, the current state.
Oh, classic Gordon Hayward Labradoodle. You'll never be fucking Michael Jordan's pit bull, that's for sure.
Yeah, I saw that was a news story. Man, the age we live in. That was a news story. That was literally a headline.
When people are like all the things that you could cover, when you're on the fucking NBA dog beat, do you just go like, man, I should just get out of the writing game? Like covering the NBA.
Okay, what's worse? Let me ask you, because you and I were losing our mind laughing tonight, and I lost maybe 200 Twitter followers, if not more, tonight because I could not stop tweeting anti-WrestleMania tweets because I thought it was so funny. What's worse? ESPN doing a tweet about Gordon Hayward's dog tearing his ACL, or ESPN doing a tweet talking about The Undertaker returning?
It's worse talking about the dog because literally no one cares, and the WrestleMania is like people care and ESPN stupidly is going like, this is sports. Like, this is not sports.
It's
like,
not just ESPN.
Yeah. Well, but my point is it shouldn't ever be ESPN. Like, if you want to say it's entertainment, fine, that's up to you, but it's not sports. It's not under any circumstances is it sports.
Never. Ever.
Like the Kardashians, fuck NBA players. They are more of a sports story than professional wrestling.
It just amazes me the amount of people in this
country.
country.
Talk about the Kyrie injury for like 3 minutes. You're already on to fucking WrestleMania.
Well, no, I had to get that out because you and I were come on, we both did tweets about it tonight. I did a ton. Again, I was really stoking the fire. I just think it's hilarious that they're that sensitive.
Yeah. Well, I think wrestling fans are usually really sensitive about people making fun of wrestling because deep down they know it's kind of embarrassing that they watch it, especially if you're an adult.
But what's more embarrassing? I brought this up before. What's more embarrassing, watching The Real Housewives of Name a City or wrestling?
Well,
or The Bachelor and wrestling?
Yeah. No, I mean, I feel the exact same way about male friends or comics or whoever who end up tweeting about it, about The Bachelor, as I do. I feel the exact same way. I'm like, who's making you do this? Like, why? Like, I'll be like, or like, you're tweeting about The Bachelor.
Yeah.
Why are you watching The Bachelor? Like,
Yeah.
I'm just like, why? Your girlfriend? Is this like, and to do it like tongue in cheek, to do it like ironically, is just like the lamest thing you could possibly
the worst.
do. Yeah.
That's what it is. When I was home last time.
But at least, like, if you're watching The Bachelor, there's like a bunch of hot chicks trying to fuck a dude, right? Like, at least you're watching hot chicks.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Yeah. Not that I've ever watched a single second.
Never?
Never.
Ever. My mom had it on last time I was home.
The Bachelor.
And I could see it from my parents' kitchen. I was thusting on my computer at the kitchen table. Not masturbating thusting, but actual work thusting. I just want to clarify. I'm not masturbating with my mom watching The Bachelor in the background. Anyway, and I remember I just yelled. I was like, Mom, what are you doing? She's like, she's a typical Midwestern. I know, it's awful. I'm like, what are you doing?
It's my guilty pleasure.
That's what, yeah, Andy, you know, like what shit. And then it's, don't judge me. Go back to doing what you're doing. I'm like, well, I can hear it. I can hear it. Put on something else. Put on a documentary. Learn something. Learn about the earth or animals. There's so much out there, Mom. What are you doing?
She's like, what are you doing? You're like, I'm trying to get the Smut Shack to be a location on Instagram. I'm doing real adult things, Mom.
Give me some bagel bites. And then we watch wrestling together. Anyway, back to Kyrie's injury.
Yes.
Right now,
Yeah.
the Boston Celtics would currently play the Milwaukee Bucks in a first-round matchup.
That would be a tough matchup.
I was going to say.
I think that the Celtics will still win, but I think a lot of the matchups in the NBA playoffs, especially in the first round, and even a little bit in the second round, it's going to be more about like who gives another team trouble than it is who wins those series. Because when you look at like the Cavs, if the Cavs get, I think right now they'd be matched up with the Pacers, which I'm not sure that they don't want. I'm not sure that they wouldn't rather play the Pacers than the Heat, having obviously LeBron having played for Spoelstra, and then, they actually got blown out by the Heat recently. But it's like, I think these matchups are going to be, will the Bucks even give them trouble? Like if the Bucks take that to be a 7-game series, that's almost like they won the series because the Bucks aren't going to the Eastern Conference Finals anyway.
Yeah. Let's talk about Philly for a minute.
Yep.
So I watched the Philly-Cleveland game the other day.
Yeah.
It was on Friday night.
No Embiid.
That's important for this. No Embiid.
Yep.
Sixers are just demolishing the Cavs at home. They're up by 30. It's one of those games. It was one of those games that it was such a blowout. I was just laying on my couch, and I dozed off in the second half. And then I woke up, and then suddenly the Cavs are down 8. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm going to stick around for the fourth quarter. And the Cavs lost, and the Sixers have now won 14 in a row. And talk about social media chirping and hot take. Oh, the Sixers and watch out, blah, blah, blah. And they're still a year or two away.
Yeah. And obviously there's a lot of talk of potentially LeBron to the Sixers, which to me would be a smart decision for him, stay in the East. And but I almost think the Sixers know they're a year away. Not that they're not going to try to win, but I think depending on how healthy Embiid is, I don't think you force this guy to come back because, they're a year away. Simmons has made the leap in the last few weeks, but they're not ready to win yet. If they were to make the Eastern Conference Finals in a year where the Celtics and Kyrie's hurt and the Celtics obviously, struggle because of that, that's like a really good starting point for them.
Yeah.
That's certainly the process working.
Sure.
So,
if they made the Eastern Conference Finals?
Yeah.
For sure.
Because right now they'd be a 3 seed, right?
Yeah.
So they could potentially play the Celtics in the second round.
Yeah. But
if they beat a banged up Celtics, they go to the Eastern Conference Finals against the Cavs or Raptors. That's a great season for them.
I actually want to see this happen. I do want to see a Sixers Celtics second round, and I also want to see, like I said, a Cavs Raptors second round.
Yep.
So that the Cavs can just handle their business, which I think they'll do, even though Toronto will have home court advantage.
Yeah. And you know what? A lot of people have been there's people who have been critical of LeBron. I actually quote tweeted a Skip Bayless tweet the other day, which caused a bit of a maelstrom.
I responded to you.
Yeah.
Why? Why would you do that though?
Because I don't follow him, obviously.
I know, but you know he's Donald Trump. He's LeVar Ball.
Yeah.
He doesn't believe in anything he tweets.
Yeah, but I mean, he put down things that he like. What Skip Bayless does is he tries to hide false information as fact, and it's like, Michael played 9 years of 82 games, and LeBron's never done it. It's like, yeah, Michael Jordan also took off 2 full fucking seasons in the midst of that. Took him off. Just sat out 2 seasons from the NBA. Oh, he retired. Now, retiring is when you stop doing something forever. When you come back, that's called vacationing. You went on vacation. You know, Brant over here is not retired from Michigan. He's on vacation in California.
Yeah.
So, but a lot of people have been calling out LeBron. And I'll say this. Here's the thing about LeBron James and the Cavs. Oh, they might finish at the 4 seed. They might finish in the 5 seed. They might finish in the 3 seed. I don't think home court matters to him at all. I don't think he gives a shit at all whether or not they have home court. I don't think he cares in the NBA Finals. I don't think he cares in the Eastern Conference Finals. I don't think he cares. And Michael Jordan, every year, they were, we got to win 70 games. We got to win 65 games. We got to whatever. Because even against the Knicks, who had Patrick Ewing and a fucking bunch of bruisers, they're like, home court mattered in those series.
Yeah.
I don't think LeBron James gives a fuck that he has to play a game where a series where Toronto's got home court in the second round. He's like, I'd rather skip, 9 fourth quarters during the year, or I'd rather play lackadaisical defense the whole year and save some energy and be the 4 seed and just be ready to go for the playoffs. Playoff LeBron is a thing. It's a thing, and it's coming. So, see you guys in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Like the winter.
Exactly.
Game of Thrones reference for all you guys.
Thanks, Andy. Guy watches all Game of Thrones in 3 days. Suddenly he's fucking dropping references every episode.
I actually changed my dating profiles too. I binge watched 67 episodes in 4 days. The amount of matches I got since I've done that. Smart move by me.
Has anybody brought it up like right away?
Almost every girl. Right away. I should give you some cred.
Yeah, you should.
Like when I'm having sex with these girls, I should think of you.
That's not what I want.
Right away. They're like, that's so impressive. And I'm like, it also shows I'm a loser.
Yeah.
Come on. I'm excited, though. I agree. I was thinking about it today, and it is going to be a fun playoffs because the matchups, I feel like normally with the NBA, right away, you can just chalk up wins or losses for a series.
Yeah.
You really can't do that.
No.
Especially with the Western Conference.
I kind of wish it was old school NBA too, where they played 5-game series in the first round, because that would make it even crazier.
Oh, yeah.
Because anybody can win 3 games.
Yeah. Well, the Western Conference is going to be just as good.
Yeah. Western Conference is still up in the air, though.
I know.
Like the Nuggets have still not been eliminated, right?
No, they have not.
And I believe they're currently tied in wins and losses with the Timberwolves.
They
correct?
are.
Yeah.
45 and 35 with 2 games left.
And then Oklahoma City above them.
And the OKC just beat Houston.
It's another, like, so last night, if Oklahoma City had lost, they actually would have fallen out. They would have been the 9th seed. They don't have a tiebreaker over those two. And I thought for sure of their last few games against the Rockets would be the game they lose. But if you look at how it would come down right now, Golden State finishes 2, Oklahoma State finishes 7.
That's a tough 2-7 for them.
Yeah, and also I just think, look, could the Minnesota Timberwolves or the Nuggets give the Rockets some trouble? Yeah, but I don't think they're giving them nearly as much trouble as the Thunder would. Even in losses, like even if you beat the Thunder in 4 or 5 games, they play a style where it's like it's gonna be a fucking tough series. And
yeah,
to me, if Golden State draws Oklahoma City and then Portland, I am taking the Houston Rockets to go to the NBA Finals. I just think that's too hard a path.
So what's Steph's injury at this point?
He's an ankle.
But I know, is he coming back
I think
for the
plan
first round?
No, he's not going to be playing.
Second round.
Yeah. I think that's the plan.
What happens? Let's just play this hypothetical right now. What happens if Golden State plays OKC at 2-7 and loses? Where does this put Kevin Durant's status all time? Especially if Steph's not playing. I mean, to me, that would. I don't want to say the word destroy, but that would take a huge hit on his legacy.
Sure. I mean, look. I think Kevin Durant is one of the. I think Kevin Durant's already like a top 15 basketball player of all time.
But that's what I'm saying. Wouldn't that? I mean, against his old team, obviously the whole bad blood with Westbrook. I just there's so many storylines. But
there's also
there.
There's also the factor. It's again we're comparing guys like any other team. You lose an MVP, you're like, well, that's what happened. You know, like the Cavs lose Kevin Love and Kyrie and still go to the finals. And people are like, oh, LeBron, 3-5 in finals. It's like, what about the time he went with fucking Matthew Dellavedova? Like, what about when the starting backcourt was him and a fucking Australian guy that would have been the smallest guy on fucking some episodes of Game of Thrones? Like, I understand that their team is still really good, but their team has also been built around Steph Curry for 5 years.
Yeah.
Like, you take that guy out. Like, the team wasn't built around Kevin Durant and then Steph Curry showed up. It's the other way around. Like, I truly believe Steph Curry is more valuable to the Warriors than Kevin Durant. And even though I think Kevin Durant's a better player, because Steph Curry plays his own style of basketball. Like, no one plays like Steph Curry. A lot of people play like Kevin Durant. They're not all 6'11" shooting guards or 7-foot shooting guards that also rim defend. But Kevin Durant plays a very isolation type of basketball. Steph Curry plays the type of basketball that's just Steph Curry. And I think that keeps teams kind of on their heels when you play against the Warriors. I think that they're easier to prepare for with Kevin Durant. And I think you're absolutely right. And the reason I would more be worried about Kevin Durant is, again, my Kevin Durant is cracking theory.
But to get to my actual point, don't you agree, though? Again, I'm looking way into the future, and I'm playing the whole legacy shit.
But, like, again, to me, it doesn't matter. Like, if Kevin Durant finishes with another title or two and an MVP, and he does things that no one's ever done, he'll go down as one of the greatest scorers of all time. Like, his legacy in terms of what? He's not going to finish as like the third best player of all time. He's going to finish as like the fifth. Like, and that's all bullshit anyway, because like, who's the fifth best player of all time right now? Like, Wilt Chamberlain, like
Magic Johnson.
The guy was playing with fucking, like literally 5-foot white men.
Me.
Like, yeah. It's like, we can all agree if Kevin Durant showed up in the 1950s that at a basketball court that he would be shot for being some sort of gorilla like Godzilla alien that showed up. They were like, who is this 7-foot tall 3-point shooting man? Also, what's a 3-pointer?
Yeah.
Like, he has no business. So, look, I'm kind of rooting against them just because I'm sick of the Warriors, and I did think that was, bitch move, but we'll see what happens. I'm excited that the matchups are all playing out.
I will say, as much as I kept saying, oh, there's no way, even without Steph, there's no way that the Warriors don't make it back to the finals. I definitely find myself rooting for OKC in that series. I just do. I already sense it.
I mean, that's kind of a win-win series for me in a lose-lose sense. Like, if OKC loses, fuck you, Carmelo. You can't even make it out of the fucking first round ever. And I would just like to see a battle. Like, I'd almost like to see the Warriors win that series, but win it in 7 games.
Yeah.
On a missed Carmelo 3 at the buzzer of Game 7.
Well, if you're going to go to the NBA playoffs, get those tickets on SeatGeek. the only app to get your tickets for any live sports. They have all sorts of events, guys. Any entertainment, SeatGeek has you covered. Comedy shows, concerts, music festivals. I know Coachella's right around the corner. I know they got tickets on SeatGeek for Coachella, and you can see exactly where you're sitting. That's what I love about SeatGeek. And also, you can resell your tickets on SeatGeek. So let's say you're a Warriors fan, and your team gets upset, and you bought tickets for the second round. You can go on SeatGeek, and you can resell tickets, which I absolutely love, Joe Prano.
I have been buying many tickets on SeatGeek in just the last few weeks. I just got my tickets for the Oakland-Houston game that I'm going to in May up in Oakland. I told you, this is my summer of baseball. I've been buying baseball tickets fucking all over the place.
Well, take advantage of that offer now, Dirtballs. You get $20 off your first SeatGeek purchase. Just download the SeatGeek app and enter our promo code DIRTY today. That's promo code DIRTY for $20 off your first SeatGeek purchase. I'm feeling good right now because I got a fresh pair of MeUndies on.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thanks. I like that when you're talking about your underwear. When I'm sitting here like, I'm feeling good. I'm wearing them. Which pair do you have on?
I got the basketball ones.
Yeah, we got like a March Madness basketball pair.
They sent us two. They sent us one with basketball hoops and basketball balls on it, and also a referee pair of underwear.
Oh, did you get a referee pair?
You didn't get that?
I didn't get the referee. They sent me bananas, which I liked a lot as well.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I got multiple beers opening at the same time.
Synchronized beer openings in honor of the MeUndies.
Yeah, I got a pair of the ref underwear, and they really are the softest pair of underwear, aren't they, Joe Prater?
They're incredibly soft.
They use this thing called the lensing micromodal in their underwear.
I mean, it's so fancy and so soft. Andy doesn't know how to say it.
But it feels so good. It's a sustainably sourced, naturally soft fiber that starts with beechwood trees and ends with the most amazing fabric you've ever experienced. I think I just had an orgasm saying that. It sounded so wonderful.
Beechwood trees.
Yes. 100% satisfaction guaranteed. MeUndies, they have this whole 100% satisfaction guarantee that MeUndies guarantees you will love their undies or you get your money back. So MeUndies has a great offer for all the dirtballs. Any first-time purchasers, when you purchase any MeUndies, you get 20% off and free shipping. Again, the guarantee. They love giving that 100% guarantee. If you don't love, you get your first pair a full refund. So get that 20% off your first pair. Free shipping, 100% satisfaction guarantee. Go to MeUndies.com/dirty sports. That's MeUndies.com/dirty sports. Holy shit, that's a tough ad to read.
I couldn't figure out if you were just really pushing that MeUndies ad or if you went into like a loop right there.
I was really
I felt like you were saying the same thing over and over again.
I was really pushing it. I was reading what they told me to read. But they didn't put this. My balls feel soft in the underwear.
We won't cut that and send that to them.
Nah, they're going to get that too. they're going to get the whole shebang. Baseball, we're 10 days in?
Yeah, just about.
About 10 days
started
in?
last Wednesday, so yeah, give or take.
Shohei Ohtani.
Shohei!
Is he getting the dirty sports bump?
Dude, I don't know
Or
if
is
this
he
guy,
just
no,
or is he just that good?
Yeah, it's crazy that he had such a bad spring. And he's honestly done more in a week and a half. Like I thought and this might still happen, obviously. You never know with baseball. Guys have hot streaks, they have cold streaks. But I thought come like All-Star break, he'd be a guy with like 12 homers, 40
RBIs.
Yeah, and like a 4 ERA. And then, of course, he'd get into the All-Star game. And people would be like, oh, no. But like right now, he has, I think I saw a stat today, he has more homers than the Kansas City Royals franchise.
He has 3 home runs.
And he has more wins than Kansas City Royals starting pitchers.
He's 3 runs, 7 RBIs I saw.
I think his batting average is like high too. Like these are like 7 for 18 or something like that.
Yeah, he is 7 for 18.
Yeah.
By the way, finding his stats not easy.
Because you don't know how to spell his name right? Or
no, because both MLB.com and then I looked at ESPN. I'm looking at different sites. Look at it right now. They're just trying to list his pitching. Go to ESPN.com. Try to find his hitting stats. They want to just list his pitching. He's 2-0. By the way, today he threw a one-hitter in 7 innings, struck out 12 guys.
Yeah, he had a fantastic game. I wish they would start him. I wish they would hit him
When he starts?
Yeah, because I don't actually know, because I'm a National League guy and fuck the DH, but I don't know if you DH, if your pitcher hits, can you DH for somebody else?
It's a good question.
Then you get your best fielder out there and like put him out, the guy who's a late inning defensive replacement. DH for that dude.
Are you trying to look up his stats? Because
I was trying to.
I'm telling you, these websites, these sports websites have not figured it out. Like, the guy goes both ways. You got to list both his pitching and his hitting stats. It's not easy to find.
Yeah, I mean, I just pulled up on Major League Baseball, the MLB site. I mean, he has batting stats. Yeah, it's right there, dude. What are you talking about? Pitching, batting, fielding.
Go to ESPN.com, man.
Well, why? The first one I went to gave it to me. He's hitting 389.
He's tearing it up.
889.
You said today we got to go to a game down there.
Yeah.
When he starts.
Thing is, I think I want to see him pitch. So let's go to an Angels game. Let's get on SeatGeek. Let's get to an Angels game where he's pitching.
I want to see him. I like guys who go both ways.
I know you do.
So I want to see him pitch and hit.
Well, maybe when they figure out this DH situation, we can get both. Or we'll go to a doubleheader.
Yeah, because he's not starting every day in the outfield.
No.
He's only played, 3 games in the outfield?
Sure, if you say so.
Something like that I saw?
Yeah. That's why I want to watch him pitch. You can't really plan. You can't really buy tickets and he's not in the lineup. We know when he's going to pitch.
Yeah. Orange County had a lot of Asians down there. I wonder if that's good for the economy with him playing down there.
Good for the economy. Yeah, they're going to Disneyland and Angels games when Ohtani's pitching.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's lots of...
Good for the economy. Hey, we got to get a Japanese guy on the team. It'd be good for the economy.
That's the Andy Ruther hot take right here. There's lots of Asian people in Orange County.
People are going out, eating more sushi.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
They're buying more samurai swords. It's
Yes.
all good. It's all supporting the economy.
Toyota sales are up right now.
Yeah.
This is all part of Shohei Ohtani. I always wonder if I pronounce the name correctly.
Yeah.
Shohei.
I thought it was like Shoei.
We got a boost on our YouTube channel
Yeah.
from last episode.
It's good for the economy, bro.
It's good.
It's good for the thust economy.
It's good. Lots of Japanese people tuned into our last episode because we had his name in the title. And then I realized we had a lot of downvotes, which meant they did not like our, conclusion of him being position fluid.
Why? I thought that was very respectful.
You thought it was very what?
Respectful.
Okay. I see what you did there.
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
We did not disrespect Shoei.
I wonder if sake bombs are up.
Yeah. We should do that. That would be a fucking fun day. We should go down to a game where he's pitching, go find like a Orange County sushi happy hour, smash some sake bombs, have some all-you-can-eat sushi, go watch Ohtani pitch, and then go to that strip club that you've always been talking about and only get lap dances from Asian girls.
I like this idea.
Right? Just Asian fucking Ohtani Bonanza Day. Dirtballs, come, wear your fucking, wear your headbands.
We got some wild Orange
wear
County.
your geese.
We got some wild Orange County dirtballs,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, I know.
Remember the last Angels game?
Yeah.
We overtook that whole section.
That would be fun. Let's do that. I want to drink sake bombs, eat sushi, watch him pitch, and then only get lap dances from Asian girls at Fritz's.
And I want to dress as Mr. Miyagi in his outfit with the headband. Would that be good? But I feel like you can't do that nowadays. It's cultural appropriation.
Well, I don't think Orange County gives a fuck about cultural appropriation.
It's very
They're like, bro, you're appropriating culture. Just kidding. I don't know what that means, dude. Isn't pizza cultural appropriation, bro? Didn't we steal it from the Ninja Turtles? They're like, all right, stop talking like that.
That's actually a good point, though. You can't eat pizza because that's Italian cultural appropriation.
Yeah. How dare you?
Right? Where
Yeah.
does it end?
Exactly.
I got a new good pizza spot for you, by the way.
Where's that?
I know how you New Yorkers are so particular.
Is it Joe's Pizza on the boardwalk?
No, it's really grown on me. It's in Marina Del Rey.
Marina Del Rey?
Yeah, brah.
Yeah. Where in Marina is it?
Where that CVS is, where I get my hair cut, Supercuts.
Oh, yeah.
Pizzerito?
Yeah, I had it. It sucks.
Really?
Yeah, I had it.
It's really
Somebody
growing on
else
me.
told me to do it, and I went, no, too doughy. No, not for me.
It is doughy.
Yeah, that's not. If I'm gonna have
Their
a doughy
stromboli's
pizza,
really good though.
if I'm gonna have a doughy pizza, like I'm just gonna go Sicilian. Joe's Pizza just opened on the beach right by Zelda's.
I saw that. How is it?
It's good, except they charge like $4 a slice, which I mean, do the math. I know
Joe's is new, right?
I know how much dough and cheese costs. What is the charge for?
$4 a slice?
Yeah.
It's way overpriced.
Yeah.
What about that other pizza joint by you? By the
I love
German spot?
I love that we're doing fucking pizza reviews for pizza places that most people will never visit.
I don't really give a shit.
Bram, if you were at home right now and you were listening to this, we'd be like, stop talking about Venice peach pizza places I'll never go to.
No, I kind of like that. That's good insight.
Okay. You're going to go check out Pizzerito while you're here?
Yeah, if I'm close by, I'll check it out.
See, because he's here. And then his thing at Brant, you get a pizza slice and a cheap haircut at Supercuts. That's where I go.
Everything out here is pretty expensive. So
Yeah.
I went to San Francisco. It was like $12 for 2 slices and a soda. So
See? It's crazy.
But that's San Francisco.
But yeah, San Francisco is expensive as fuck. But actually, speaking of Ohtani, you know what's right in that same circle? The
What?
best sushi spot, Aurora Sushi. You walk in there, they make you take your shoes off. You sit on the floor.
I love this already.
Yeah. Do you eat sushi?
Fuck yeah. But hold on.
I've been telling you, first of all, the two best sushi places to go by us, Aurora, which is right by where you get your haircut. You go in, you put your shoe in a locker, you sit in the floor, real Japanese style. Shohei Ohtani was in there the other day. He was not only a patron, but he was also working behind the sushi counter because he goes both ways.
Wait, the place in Marina Del Rey?
Yeah, yeah. And then the other place is Nonstop Sushi on Ocean Park. That's where I go for fucking all-you-can-eat sushi.
I haven't gone there yet.
Yeah, that's a bonanza.
But see, I'm a sushi roll guy.
Yeah, great. Go to Nonstop Sushi. You can get all the rolls you can eat for $26.
Nonstop?
Nonstop.
Ooh.
You get 3 rounds.
I'm going to get stoned and ride my bike up there.
You get 3 rounds of sushi. It's crazy. So you have 3 rounds. You get 3 rounds to order. But if you leave anything on your plate in each round, you can't order the next round. And if you leave anything on your plate at the end, they charge you for it.
They have rules?
Yeah. So you can't just like order the whole menu and then be like, that shit was garbage. Then they charge you for it.
Yeah.
But if you eat everything, $26 flat.
I like it.
Yeah, it's good. We're going to take Ohtani there and we're going to do sake bombs.
I went, now that we're doing this whole corporate weird turn in the show, I asked the medicinal, I shouldn't even say medicinal, I asked the dispensary across from us if they would be interested in sponsoring our show. And the chick didn't know what. She handed me her card. She goes, call our business office. And I was like, what? She goes, here's our card. I was like, I have a podcast across the street. You want to hook us up with some free weed? She literally didn't know what to say.
When thusting goes wrong.
She handed me a card, which then I called.
She's like, what's a podcast?
Yeah. That's not when thusting goes wrong. That's when you write the thusting gone wrong.
Right.
That's what you do there.
I'm lost at this point.
I am too.
What else is going on?
I don't know. Your Mets are off to a good start.
Oh, well, the best start in the National League, if you want to be
Jesus.
specific. 7-1, technically the best record in the National League. And yeah, I mean, I just like to say to the Braves, the Phillies, the Marlins, the Nationals, like it's kind of getting embarrassing, guys. Like put up a fight. All the right moves from Mickey Callaway. I kind of have a man crush on Mickey Callaway.
Is that your manager?
Yeah. I like everything he's doing. He's a real outside the box thinker. I like the way he's using the pitching. He's everything that Terry Collins wasn't. He's an in-game manager. Tonight in the 9th inning, they got the bottom of the 9th, tie game. The Nationals get a guy on, and he ends up intentionally walking the bases loaded to set up for the double play. They get out of it. They win in 12. They sweep the Nationals in Washington.
Nationals have lost 5 in a row after starting 4-0.
Yeah, well, they had lost 2 in a row, and then they ran into the buzzsaw that is the New York Mets. Now they've lost 5 in a row.
You think Bryce Harper stays there?
I don't know.
I told you this.
Probably not.
They during tonight's game, they put up his numbers versus A-Rod in their first however many seasons it is. And they're comparable. A-Rod still had God, he was so good.
Yeah.
His numbers were just still that much better. And then he said something which I thought was interesting. The announcer asked A-Rod, about his decision and why he went to Texas. And I was a little annoyed because A-Rod didn't straight up say it was about money. It's like we all know it was about money. But A-Rod did say he regretted not going to the Mets, which I thought was interesting.
And there was a whole thing. So I after you mentioned it to me, I pulled up the quote, and what he said, I should have called the Wilpons myself, because the rumor was always that Boris or whoever his agent was demanding some things on behalf of A-Rod. Like he has to have his own lodging on the road. He has to have his own section of the plane. He has to have his own plane. Like the stories that were coming out were that he was asking for ridiculous things. But that's something that everybody, especially Mets fans, have known since early in A-Rod's career. He was a big Mets fan growing up.
Yeah, well,
and
your
when
boy
I met,
Keith Hernandez.
Yeah, when I met him up at the Super Bowl, he said that to me. He was like, "Yeah, I was a big Mets fan. I like the Mets." And I was like, "Fuck, you really are a Mets fan?" He's like, "Yeah." And so, I mean, God, I don't even want to get into how the Mets could be different had we gotten A-Rod, but
I really like him now, and I think he was such a polarizing guy, and the media or whoever made him out to be, when he played for the Yankees, just such a bad guy. And obviously there was the big thing with the painting, right? The centaur painting.
I think it's a lot like Bryce Harper, and I was saying that tonight. My girlfriend was watching the game with me, and she was talking. She was like, "Why is A-Rod giving?" By the way, she knows nothing about baseball. She's like, "Why is he giving this guy advice?" And I'm like, "You don't get it. The only person who can give Bryce Harper advice on what to do is A-Rod. There's never been another situation that was just so perfect. Not just the best player in baseball, but beyond the best. Phenom.
Yeah.
Young. Was being told they were the best from 16. Came up. Were the best.
Yeah.
Didn't get hurt. Dominated. Lived up to the hype. Both of those guys are essentially, they're really, Mike Trout wasn't, we didn't hear about Mike Trout. Mike Trout's going to be the greatest thing that ever happened in baseball.
He just burst onto the
came up
scene.
and was the best thing that ever happened in baseball. But
same way with Pujols. No one knew. Boom,
Yeah.
he's this good.
But I think the thing about A-Rod is very similar to Harper. Dude, everybody's been telling you the shit since you were 15. And it worked out. They kind of just came off as total douchebags. But it's probably I was kind of a douche. Can you imagine if I had been the best baseball player in the world?
Yeah.
How much of an asshole would I be?
Yeah.
I'm already an asshole.
Yeah, true.
All
facts.
I would have been telling people to kill themselves on national television.
I think people need to remember that. I just think we need to remember how you were at that age, let alone not being such a gifted, talented star.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'd like to think that, my brothers or my friends would have been like, don't have that fucking haircut. I don't know where Bryce Harper's friends are. I don't know where A-Rod's, but maybe they're so good because they don't have friends.
dude, he's 25. Bryce Harper's 25.
Yeah.
When I was 25 years old, I just moved to L.A. I was a cheddar dick.
Yeah.
Still am.
I agree.
But I was prime cheddar dick.
That's when you bought the green couch. That's when you painted the walls malaria yellow.
Yeah.
You're like, this is what I'm going for.
That was just me just being a drunken disaster.
Yep.
25. I think people need to remember that.
Yeah. And yeah.
Like if we walked outside the apartment here and went to Townhouse or went a little farther down the street on Main Street in Santa Monica, if you saw how 25-year-olds were acting at the bar scene, they're total douchebags.
Yeah.
But it's normal. It's accepted. So just remember that when, obviously he is a douchebag.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that Harper's not.
But the thing with Harper is it'll be interesting to see where he ends up and why he ends up there. If he just goes to the Yankees or goes to someplace and just chases a ton of money, he's going to be hated.
But he's going to get money wherever he goes.
Exactly. But A-Rod, it's almost a thing. And, I'm sure that's why A-Rod brought it up, because A-Rod's saying, go someplace that means something to you. Go someplace where you want to live, because then you can always defend that. You can say, "Oh, I made $350 million. I always wanted to live in, New York or whatever." Just taking the most money and going to Arlington, Texas, everybody knows it's just about money. So I think that's what A-Rod was saying. It's like, have it be meaningful to you, because you're going to get the money wherever you go. You're going to hit third wherever you go. You're going to be really good wherever you go. So what does it matter? Go somewhere that means something to you. Go somewhere where you're going to be happy.
Well, he's from Vegas, so
Right.
It's like he's a Mormon kid from Las Vegas. So it's not like he grew up with it. I think, right? Didn't he say his team was the Yankees growing up?
So maybe that's the answer.
Which I know is very convenient.
Yeah.
That
And douchey.
Yeah, well, it is douchey
Right.
that your
But
team.
he's a douche.
That your
So
team
he's like,
was,
I'm from Vegas.
I was
a Mormon.
bandwagon.
I'm a Yankees fan. I'm a douche. I've always been a douche.
even though in Las Vegas, if you live there, you can probably guess whose games they play. All Dodgers games,
Right.
all on the local channels. It's all Dodgers. So he should have been a Dodgers fan, but he wasn't. So I bet this is where the whole baseball thing with salary cap is interesting. It's like anybody can pay him.
Yeah.
The Yankees,
And he's going to get $400 million.
they're saying $400 million.
Yeah.
Wow, it's a lot of money, Joe. What would you do with that money?
I mean, God, I can't even, like, if I had $5 million, I'd be able to accomplish everything I want to accomplish. So with $400 million, I'd be a douche. I'd probably get Bryce Harper's haircut. I'd probably be hanging out with fucking Bieber.
I kind of want to get a mohawk. Speaking of haircuts,
Yeah?
I do.
For
For
what?
For real.
For
I'm so sick of just having normal hair.
So you're basically Bryce Harper.
No,
And I'm basically the guy I was talking about going like, you shouldn't do that.
no, like a fashionable mohawk.
That's not a thing. A fashionable mohawk?
I put it out. I put it on Instagram. Should I get a mohawk? Yes or no? People were very adamant, sliding into my direct messages on Instagram about whether I should or shouldn't.
And what was the general consensus?
Was that I should?
Yeah. Well, I think, look, we just got rid of Chief Wahoo. I think it would be a pretty severe slap in the face to Native Americans for you to get a mohawk, which is a Native American haircut.
Cultural appropriation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to get your mohawk. You're going to go down. You're going to put on your Japanese headband. You're going to go to Angels games. This is good.
Yeah.
It's a cultural appropriation bonanza. Can I get a sushi burrito? They're like, you have a mohawk, bro.
Don't they call that Asian fusion?
I don't think so.
Isn't that the new thing? Fusion?
Yeah. It's not exactly a new thing. They've had fusion restaurants for, 30 years.
I'm just hearing about this in the last year.
What are you talking about?
I'm serious. The big thing out here right in LA is the Korean with Mexican fusion.
Yeah. That's been a thing out here forever. Kogi barbecue truck.
Yeah, I'm just now hearing about this. It's like my dad saying, "You hear about this YouTube?" That's me with the fusion.
So you're basically telling me you're slowly turning into Walt.
Oh,
I'm eventually going to be doing this podcast with Walt.
I have been slowly turning into my dad, and I've realized it because now I'm really getting into cooking, just like my dad. Like I like experimenting now.
Your dad just gets frozen things from Costco and defrosts them.
No, he goes to Sam's Club.
Sam's Club. He's a big Sam's Club guy.
Yeah. He was telling me all about the meat he got the other day. These are our phone conversations. I was calling my dad. I've been cooking a lot of fish, salmon. I've been trying to figure that out.
What's to figure out?
You know, how long to cook it, how you marinate it or you season it, whatever, all that stuff. I know nothing about that stuff. I'm finally starting to get interested in that stuff.
Google it.
I do, but I trust my old man.
Okay.
I trust
You're going
Walt.
with Walt's culinary advice?
He's a trustworthy guy. You've had some of his food.
I have.
Did you have any of his chili?
I don't know. Did he? I don't think he made chili when I was there.
My favorite was Prano, the stew.
Stew. I love stew.
No, but we came back that night, or I went to go hook up with some girl, and you were already back. You were like hammered in my parents' kitchen, and I woke you up for my pitch before the Reds game, and there was this like dry plate of stew next to the bed.
Yeah. I made some stew. I microwaved it. I brought it downstairs with me. Smashed some stew. I love me a good stew. And stew and soup, great food to have when you've been drinking.
Really?
Just soak that up. French onion soup cure a hangover.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You can also cure a hangover winning money against the dirtballs in the draft app.
I'm going to take your word for it, but Yeah, I love playing the dirt balls in draft. Have you been drafting against the dirt balls this week?
I did last week. I'm going to step it up again this week because I love that snake draft. Again, that's when you can challenge each other head to head.
And you know our rule, Andy. Shohei Ohtani in every draft.
I
whether
like
he's
that
playing
rule.
or not.
Even when he's not playing.
Yeah. I'm basically, if you go up against me in draft, it's going to be Ohtani and the Mets. You're going to pick somebody, I'm going to pick Ohtani. You're going to pick somebody, I'm going to pick a Met. You're going to pick somebody, I'm going to pick a Met. You're going to pick somebody, I'm going to pick a Met. Snake draft. And the Mets are so good that I'm going to win. Challenge us on draft.
Yeah, so challenge us, guys. Because for a limited time only, all the dirt balls get a free entry into a real money baseball draft when you make your first deposit. But you have to use our promo code DIRTY. That's very important. So play for real money for a free game by using our promo code DIRTY when you make your first deposit. Search draft in the App Store or go to draft.com and enter our promo code DIRTY. I do have to say some bad news about the draft app. Not bad for them, but bad for us. I did play a few drafts last week and lost them all.
What?
So you're welcome, Dirtballs. Not only did you get to play for free in the draft app, you also took our money.
Wow. Good work, Andy. Not a baseball guy.
I'm not the. Here's the thing with me in baseball. I love going to the games, though. Not as much as I thought I would.
You like the ambiance. You like the hot dogs.
I love the ambiance. I love getting nachos or dipping a soft pretzel into cheese. I love people watching. I've said this, and I stand by it. The most beautiful girls of all the sports, like on the whole, in my opinion, go to baseball games.
I agree. Yeah.
But
also, to be fair,
it's in the summer.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Like, I'm excited. I'm excited for this season. I like, I'm pretty good about going to about 5 Dodgers games a year.
Yeah.
Usually,
and we already have Dodgers-Mets tickets.
Yeah. Thanks to Bryson. And I saw the Reds. The Reds are so bad, but it doesn't matter.
When are the Reds here?
In about a month. And it's a weekend series.
Mets are down in San Diego at the end of April. I'll be down there. I already got some SeatGeek tickets for Petco.
Nice. I love it. Maybe I'll join you for one of those games.
Yeah, come on down.
We can basically probably have our own row.
Yeah.
Down in San Diego.
And I love Petco, too. Petco's a fun ballpark.
We should, before we get to our phone call with Alexis, we should probably announce we're talking baseball. There's some big news going on in the dirty sports sphere.
Oh, yeah. You're right. I was like, ooh, what's happening? I thought you were about to drop some news on me. Yeah, well, last year, during baseball season, I came up with a few different ideas. We had been talking about DSPN, and I was like, we need to start breaking off. DSPN needs to break off the flagship show. We should go in different directions. And I thought, okay, what would I do with us as hosts if I was going to give us our own show? And I was like, well, first, Andy and Ruther, since they're both dented, should do the dent report. And you guys grab that idea.
You mean Andy and Maddie.
Andy and Maddie, sorry.
Yeah.
And
that was a very dent head move.
What did I say? What did I say?
You said Andy and Ruther.
Oh. Well, I was thinking Andy Lazarus.
Yeah.
And then you. But you and Goldberg, I gave you guys the dent report. And then I came up with another thing. Like, because you guys are both dented, I was like, who could I pair with, and what could we do together? And I thought, another great co-host that we've had on the show, Andy Lazarus. We're both miserably failure ball players, like just the worst, just like guys who wish they could do it. We're terrible at it, never did it. Some of us hung on too long. Laz is still coaching and DHing in men's league. And the idea I had for that, using the DS logo, I came up with Dirty Slides. And that's a new baseball podcast that Andy Lazarus and I just recorded the first episode of. It's actually already available on the Dirty Sports Podcast, iTunes, and SoundCloud. Same way as you guys did Dent Report for right now.
It would be in everything. Anything that's our Stitcher.
Right now, it's under the wing of the flagship show. And Andy and I actually recorded an episode last year on 4th of July, hammered. And so I was like, I'm going to shelf that. And we decided to start fresh this year in April. I don't know if we're going to go weekly or every other week. It depends on how my personal thusting and Andy's documentary filmmaking of his baseball team go.
Well, look.
But for the next few months, there's going to be Dirty Slides, a baseball. I like to think of it as if this were SportsCenter, it's baseball tonight.
So it's all on the normal podcast. This confuses people.
Yeah. Well, it confuses dirtballs.
So it does not have its
Brand
own.
found it already tonight.
It does not have
He's
its
a
own.
smart guy.
It does not have its own feed. That's all. Just like Dent Report, we went under the Dirty Sports feed.
And then Dent Report was a success. And you broke away. You got your own feed. You got your own iTunes page.
So this might happen with you guys.
Yeah, we'll see what the response is. But right now, the first episode's already up. It's titled the only thing it could be titled for the first episode of Dirty Slides. Fuck Chase Utley. And we also have a Twitter page at Dirty Slides where we'll be posting all kinds of stuff. And it's me and Laz and baseball. But it's the same as this show. Whereas we do a lot of sports and it goes into other things like what Walt likes to cook. We start with baseball and it goes from there. But it's based around baseball. We talk a lot of Giants, talk a lot of Mets. We talked a lot of a great new game we're calling Dude or Not a Dude, which you'll have to listen to and hear that. It has nothing to do with transgenders or any sort of sexuality or gender.
Can I
normativity.
say something real quick about that, though?
Yeah.
I was looking at Bumble.
Yeah.
And it was the second line of 3 lines was transgender. And I'm thinking, you got to lead with that. You can't lead. You can't not. And I wanted to tweet it out, and I still might tweet it out.
Coffee lover, dog owner, transgender.
You can't.
Whoa.
You can't not lead that you look like an attractive chick with big tits, but you still have a dick. You can't not lead with that.
Yeah.
How many dudes are swiping right because they don't see that? They're not reading that. The first thing has got to be, I still got a dick. And it's got to be in big caps, I still got a dick. And you got to say it like that. I still got a dick, motherfucker.
See, this is the thing. You're all worried that I like the thing I said up front where you just were begging to say the N-word on Dent Report. Not nearly as bad as that just whole bit you just did there. Way worse in 2018. You got to lead with, do you or do you not have a dick? I mean, what is happening?
I got a 6-inch dick, motherfucker. That's what it should say. I got a 6-inch dick, motherfucker. You just don't lead guys on.
I mean, it was in the bio.
Bro, I'm just saying. Don't lead guys on. It's not cool.
You can't spot a tranny? See? I'm not even allowed to say tranny anymore. A transgender. By the way, tranny, they used to use for transsexual.
Correct.
And transgender is not a tranny. But the thing is it still starts with tran. So tranny is just like, if you're going to shorten it,
I heard that they had
to be transy.
You can't even drive a Trans Am anymore. It's been outlawed.
You can't even have automatic transmission.
Yeah, I was going to say you can't even say the word transmission. It's transsexual mission. That is the technical term now.
Which is another R. Kelly song that Joe Chabelli doesn't know. Transsexual mission, hot and fresh out the kitchen.
Oh, I love where this show goes. But guys, go support Andy and Joe.
Yeah.
Dirty Slides.
And I've taken a fully referring to Laz as Laz because there's too many Andys in my life now.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're Laz. He's Laz. You're Andy. That's it. That's how I figured that out.
So check it out.
Yeah, it's great.
But
First episode was fun.
We got to get to a call. It's been too long. We got to get to a phone call with Alexis. The hockey playoffs are here.
Can't wait.
So let's get to that call. All right, Prano, let's get to some NFL news. You want to get to some NFL news?
Of course I do.
There's not much.
You already said that. You were like, now let's talk some NFL news. Now you're going to say it again?
Yeah.
It's a weird transition.
Can you say that word?
Transition.
Transsexual mission.
Yeah.
I'm just doing a weird combination at this point. The only big news that I have here is...
Yeah, I was wondering. You did a double NFL lead-in. I didn't even know there was NFL news.
There's not really any. It's arrest news. But the most important thing I want to do... Alden Smith was arrested again today.
Now, did you see the Savage... the Dirty Sports Savage of the Year winner? They didn't press charges? Do we have to have a recount?
Yeah. That's one thing I want to bring up.
Okay, let's lead with that. I mean, this is
Okay.
the transgender of the NFL thing. You got to lead with that story.
So Robbie Anderson
Yes.
is not going to be charged with a felony.
I mean, we're going to have to put up a poll.
It was downgraded to a misdemeanor charge.
He still told the cop to, like, that he was going to fuck his wife, though, right?
I think he said he was going to jizz in her eye.
No.
I mean, he was very specific.
I'm going to say he keeps his award.
I think he keeps his award.
Yeah, I'm
you
okay
tell a
with it.
police officer you're going to jizz in his wife's eye while you're zooming in and out 130 miles in a crowded area. And let's not forget, he was mad at the cop because he was ruining his fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he can keep the award.
Okay, thank you. Alden Smith, though, arrested again today.
Is Alden Smith in the NFL?
He hasn't been in since 2015.
Right. I love that when shit like that makes, like, how long do you have to be out of the NFL before you're, like, not making ESPN news for getting arrested?
Dude, NFL's king, man.
What was he arrested for now?
Something with child support not paying. It wasn't
that's
a big
like
one.
barely an arrest.
Dude, you want to hear his stats, though?
Yes, I do.
I don't think
you
people
pulled
realized
them
how good he was. He played 59 games. He had 47 sacks.
Yeah. That's absurd.
47 sacks in 59 games.
I like it when you do that. Like, I was waiting for you. You were just staring. You said something, I said something, and then you were just staring there. I was waiting, and then you just said what you said again.
I like to repeat
Like
things.
47.
I like to repeat things. Oh, you know what we got to talk about?
You're all over the place tonight. Did you get high?
No, not at all.
See, that's the problem. I'm not going to, I said the intern who shall not be named's name before, and I realize now that I made that mistake, but he was good at peer pressuring you into smoking.
Yeah, but I don't think that helps me.
I disagree.
Actually,
Grant, what's your take on this? How do you feel about high Andy versus not high Andy?
High Andy's great. I got some weed on me. I got a pen on me.
Oh, look at that. Look,
want it, Andy.
Brandt's basically the intern. He brought Modelo's. He's been handing them to me throughout the show. He's got a weed pen.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I got it in San Fran.
How does this one work? They all work. Do you have to press the button?
Yeah.
Yeah, just press the button.
Smoke weed every day.
It's lit, fam. Okay, we got to talk about the
Watch, this show's about to get so much better, even though it's almost over.
Yeah, but hold on a second, Brant. So you prefer high me, or do you care?
Oh, no, High U is great. Yeah, you're all over the place, and you just say some stupid ass shit, and it's pretty funny.
But I did that this show.
Yeah, but not in a fun way. Just in like a bad way.
What?
See, look at you. You're already better. Like, what was that? Like, what? Before you're like, what do you mean? Now you're like, what? Now you're like a Kevin Hart character.
I turned into Aziz Ansari
Yeah.
from fucking Funny People.
Yeah.
Randy!
See, this is already, I told you it would get better.
We got to talk about Conor McGregor for a second.
Yeah. We got to talk some UFC. There was a UFC match, yesterday?
Yeah.
Friday? Yesterday?
There was a UFC match yesterday.
Uh-huh. Conor McGregor wasn't even in the match.
But he hopped off a flight and then bombarded the Barclays Center with his crew. They were throwing like dollies, right?
Yeah. I think he threw a dolly into a
Bus window.
Yeah.
I think it's all staged.
I do too. I was about to say.
I mean, with Dana White, with everybody.
I don't know that it's staged, but I think that it's definitely. I think they definitely promote this sort of behavior. Like nothing's really going to happen to them when they do this shit.
Yeah.
They want them to fight. And I was about to say, I'm like, getting into this after making fun of professional wrestling is kind of hilarious because I think that they're stealing a lot of what wrestling does, but actually having fights that happen at the end.
I think you're right.
But I think all the buildup is all bullshit. I think they're stealing that, like, I'm going to be the heel and I'm going to be the face or whatever the fuck it's called. And then, but like in the end, the great thing is like they fight, but in the end, like I'm sure half these guys don't fucking hate each other.
Well,
and
let's
they're
not
all-
forget, Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather were taking the same private jets.
Right.
If you hate somebody, you're not going on a private jet to fly to London
Yeah.
from New York. You're not doing an 8-hour flight with somebody.
Like if you have to be separated at every weigh-in, you're not like on a private jet together. Like it's hard to separate two people on like a 12-person plane.
Yeah.
Like you're in row D and you're in row A. Don't go near each other.
Yeah.
We're putting this drink cart between you guys.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past this entire thing is staged.
Yeah, but didn't he get arrested or something?
You could stage that. You could stage a fucking mugshot.
Sure. Well, I mean, I don't know. He probably did get arrested, but also if you're Conor McGregor, who cares? It's not like you're worried about having a criminal record.
Yeah. I think the whole thing is staged.
Yeah. Look, I don't give a fuck about UFC. Like, it's just not for me. It's, then like, I see this shit and I see people freaking out about it, and I'm like, guys, it's all so that you do this.
Yeah.
So
Mayweather was saying if he did come out of retirement that he would go UFC.
that's bullshit too. He's not fighting in the UFC.
I agree.
No way.
There's no way.
No way.
No way.
All he ever did was dodge people who could have kicked his ass.
You can't do that in the octagon.
No. And you can't and he only took fights he knew he could win. He's not going to suddenly learn to fucking mixed martial arts wrestle.
How much would a dirtball have to pay for me to go in the octagon of the Smut Studio?
Well, that's a great question. That's a question for you, I guess. I mean, you have a dented head. Like, you could die in there.
Dislocated shoulder 3 times also.
Yeah. I'd be more worried about the brain injury.
Yeah, true. The shoulder, though, it's worrisome.
I don't know. You played okay playing volleyball today.
I played terrible today.
No, but I mean, you seem to your shoulder doesn't seem to give you any trouble.
Yeah, but I'm worried. I've had the term now has been used twice to me by different massage therapists. You got to worry about that shoulder getting frozen. I'm like, what? Like I gotta utilize it more. And my massage therapist, the chick who gave me the massage in Vegas, she's like, she goes, you're not even realizing when I'm starting to work on that, you're already getting tended. You're pushing back, and you don't even know it in your brain.
What's Rogan say you should do?
What's up with the diss, man? You walked into my apartment the other day. You saw the book on my fucking nightstand, which I talked about at length. You've it was Jordan Peterson book. You look like, man, you're drinking the Joe Rogan Kool-Aid so hard.
You're like, I was reading the Jordan Peterson book while I was floating the other day, and
I did do Float Lab again.
I was having some caveman coffee, and it was crazy. I know you guys are drinking your coffee from Starbucks, but you got to drink that caveman coffee.
God, I hate a guy for just listening to another guy's podcast.
I hope that there's some dirtball out there somewhere that his friends are like, we get it, dude. You're on the draft app. Then we're all going to the ball game on SeatGeek, and you're only going to wear your MeUndies in the stands. We get it, dude. You listen to the Dirty Sports Podcast. You shave your balls with Harry's razors before you put them in your MeUndies. Then you buy tickets to UFC matches that you're going to fight in your MeUndies.
I would be honored if there was a dirtball out there doing that. I almost want to say I am one of the best promoters of advertisers of anyone. I'm so just all about whoring myself out.
Yes, we know.
I take privilege with that, Joe Prano. But yeah, I did do the flow lap.
I don't think that's a saying. I take privilege with that.
Does that make any sense? I don't care. I had a good Rutherism today on the volleyball court.
Yeah, what'd you say? You said something that was absolutely ridiculous. That I was like,
I spiked a ball, or an Andy Ruther version of spiking.
You said
dynamite.
You said spike a dynamite.
I said that was the spike of dynamite, and you guys all looked at me and were like, "What?" I still wonder what the girls think of me. The girls we play with, like, do they think I really am special needs? Like everybody kept making the jokes today. Or are they like, I might...
Well, I think, the thing with your volleyball game, because it's not like you're...
Because you watch. I'm always curious what's going on. Because I see Prano. Prano's a good watcher, and he sees how I flirt with girls on the volleyball court.
Yeah.
I always wonder what's going on in your head.
There's one girl who's pretty good at volleyball. Like, I wonder if she goes, like, he just doesn't pick up... Like, my thing about your volleyball game is you still have not picked up the strategy at all.
Yeah.
There's, like, 6 months, and you're like, so what am I supposed to do here? And it's like, man... How are you not just like watching other people play and figuring out? Like, I don't play soccer, but I get it. I see how they run to the goal, She must be like, oh, he's special needs. Like, he doesn't get... She's like, I've told him 6 times where to stand and what to do. And you're always like, did you want me to get that one? Or what am I supposed to do there?
That is the line. What was I supposed to do there?
Just like, hit it over the net, dude.
But from a like physical or sexual perspective, what do these girls think of how I am out there?
I have no idea. I never know with you. Like, I mean, the idea that like you're fucking like I've looked at your Tinder profile over the years and been like, wait, this is what you're going with? You're trying to get women to swipe on you, right? It's like you in a fucking rainbow bikini and a USA vest, the mohawk. Like,
yeah. I go for the wild cards, man. And maybe that's why I attract crazy girls. But we can keep that for Dent Report.
yeah, you got to keep that for Denver.
I'll let as usual, I'll let Maddie Goldberg be my shrink.
Are you and Maddie still beefing?
We're not beefing.
I heard there's massive beef. I heard there's real beef.
We're not beefing.
See, Maddie and I's beef is more of a WWE thing. You guys, you actually have hate for each other.
That is 100% not true.
Look, I watch things.
You try to instigate. That's what you're doing right now.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You got this whole thing. Anyway, I see how you the other day with a tweet get things rolling.
Because
and then he quote tweets stuff.
I don't listen.
And then it's all there.
I don't listen to Dent Report. And I said that earlier in the show. And then when Trevor was on, somebody made the joke that we need Trevor to take your shit.
Yes.
Otherwise, it's all going to go on to Maddie. And then like 20 people chimed in. They were like, yeah, poor Maddie. When Trevor's not taking the heat from Ruther all week, it's all going to go down to Maddie. And I said to Maddie, it's like, hey, man, I just hope you're okay. Like,
that's what I'm saying. You hopped in, Prano.
I just wanted my boy to know that I'm looking out for him. Our fake beef, if he's abused, if he needs help, that I'm here for him.
Well, I will be abusing him tomorrow. We're going to record a couple episodes. Dirtballs, support the Dent Report, support Dirty Slides, and of course support us, all at dirtysports.com, and drop 5 stars with an iTunes review. So it's really easy.
Yeah, it's real simple. We haven't had a real simple in a while.
Yeah, it's real simple. Stop the podcast right now, give us stars, leave a review.
Yeah, or if you can multitask, keep listening, and then just do it.
And you should follow Joe. This
That's
still
right.
blows my mind. At Fix Your Life on Twitter.
Yep.
You should follow me at Andy Ruther. You should follow us at The Dirty Sports. My favorite is I thought I was following you guys.
Yeah. It's like, how did you think that? You never see our tweets?
Yeah.
Yep. JoePrano.com for shows. Adding shows every day. So check that out. And subscribe. Well, don't subscribe because you already subscribed to this. But it's Dirty Slides is on our page. And follow at Dirty Slides on Twitter. And we'll see. Again, I don't know where it's going to go.
Is this a test period, Joe?
Sort of a test period. You know me. I need to see like a response. Like you're like, we're doing Dent Report no matter what. Like if I don't see lots of people going like, I need this in my life, I'm going to be like, fuck it.
I think you should go tweet at Joe, tweet at Dirty Slides, tweet at Laz. Let them know because I want to force Prano to do a podcast once a week.
Oh, every week.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. We'll see what happens.
Thust. DSPN, Dirty Sports Network, take over.
I was even saying to Laz the other day, if we go every week, we might need an intern. We might need to hire our intern that you fired.
What? Hire him back?
Well, as he's basically gotten demoted from off the flagship show.
Who does that? Who hires the guy back on the fucking break-off show?
I know. Look, unless Brant's going to stick around and do it.
Blinking guy meme. All right, guys. That's the show.
Brant, I had a question for you before we leave. Because first of all, thank you for coming. I hope you enjoyed yourself.
Oh, I loved it.
Even though Andy was off his game tonight. What's your favorite part of Dirty Sports Podcast? Like what's the stuff that gets you the most?
Honestly, it's probably you, Joe. Your impressions, your jokes.
Yeah.
No offense, Andy.
That's awesome. He's gonna be like, I like it when you guys do this. He's like, probably you, Joe.
In my apartment.
I'm sorry, Andy.
I had none taken.
Impressions? You like the impressions?
Oh, I love them.
Okay.
Especially when they're brand new. I remember when you first started doing Bill Walton. That was probably the best one. That and Stephen A.
Yeah, thank you. I think I really hit my stride with Bill Walton.
Oh,
I really feel like he was my guy. Thank you. That's great. Well, thanks for being here, Brant. And plug your Twitter so everybody can follow you or whatever social media you prefer to use.
I It's Brant_STL314. I think it's the same thing for Instagram too, but that's my Twitter. And that's about it.
Well, enjoy the rest of your trip to California. Andy, what else you got for us?
I got nothing except for this. Don't forget, condoms are for pussies.
Welcome to the Dirt and Sports Podcast.